they're really saying is, give us truckloads of cash and let us steal everything from you and make billions of dollars on it. That's the translation. And we're going to see that in the testimony and the evidence today. Here's the bottom line. We have got to do something to protect the people of this country. I'm all for innovation, but not at the price of illegality. I'm all for innovation, but not at the price of destroying the intellectual property of the average man and woman in this country. We have laws for a reason. Those laws ought to be enforced, and big tech should not be above the law. Enough is enough. It's time to enforce the law, and that's what this hearing today is about. Now I'll turn it over to Ranking Member Durbin. Thank you very much to the Ranking Member. It's the practice of the Judiciary Committee and all of its subcommittees to swear in witnesses before they testify. So could I ask you to stand up, raise your right hand, and repeat after me? Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Very good. We'll now proceed to opening statements. We'll give 5 minutes to each witness. I'll just say a brief word of introduction before each witness. We'll just go straight down the table here, down the dais. We'll start with Mr. Max Pritt. Mr. Pritt is a partner at Boies Schiller, and he represents authors in a civil copyright infringement suit against Meta, among other matters. Mr. Pritt, the floor is yours.
Chairman Hawley, Ranking Member Durbin, thank you for the invitation and opportunity to testify today. The Art of the Deal by Donald Trump, Hillbilly Elegy by J.D. Vance, Theodore Roosevelt, Preacher of Righteousness by Josh Hawley. These are just a handful of the many, many millions of copyrighted books and publications that some of the world's largest and wealthiest corporations, Meta, OpenAI, Anthropic, and others, knowingly and intentionally pirated from illicit online marketplaces for financial gain and to seek a competitive advantage in AI. Today, this committee begins to investigate and shine a light on what is likely the largest infringement of American intellectual property by US companies in our nation's history. As tech companies scrambled to release generative AI models and to catch up with OpenAI's ChatGPT, many of them turned to illicit online repositories to take tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions, of books and scholarly publications and articles for free instead of buying them or licensing them from copyright owners. By pirating these works, AI companies have built a multi-billion-dollar industry that is projected to be a trillion-dollar industry in the next few years without paying a single cent to the authors whose works power their products or the publishers responsible for introducing those works to the public here and abroad. Take Meta, for example. From the early days of its generative AI program, Meta concluded that training its models using books and articles would help their performance. But instead of buying or licensing these works from copyright owners, Meta decided to take them from notorious online marketplaces of stolen copyrighted works, including some of the same ones targeted by the Department of Justice and the FBI for criminal copyright infringement. And Meta didn't just download books from these illegal repositories. It used the same kind of peer-to-peer file sharing networks that powered Napster. In other words, Meta also made copies and sent them to other pirates. In total, Meta pirated well over 200 terabytes of pirated books and articles, a size comparable to the entire printed collection of the Library of Congress 20 times over, or the equivalent of a stack of many billions of pages of text. Meta's piracy included many millions of works, including at least 12 books authored by members of this very subcommittee and every US president and vice president in the 21st century. Meta also made and sent copies of over 40 terabytes of pirated works to others. In doing so, Meta has helped to revive online piracy by propping up the foreign criminal syndicates that run these illicit marketplaces to violate US copyrights around the globe. As Anna's Archive, the largest illicit online marketplace of stolen literature in the world today, says on its own website, shadow libraries were dying, then came AI. Meta is not alone, and it was not the first US company to engage in rampant